everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today we are going to test out a whole bunch of Colourpop products that I recently purchased or got in my mystery bag. If you haven't checked my mystery bag video, then definitely check it out. It's linked in the description box below. I was blown away by the products I got from them for just $25. But we're gonna test them all out on my face and do a wear test as well. Let's go. So the first two products that I wanted to really try out, and I have actually been holding myself off from wearing them off camera all this time, are the foundation and concealer. They have recently released it and they have released a really nice shade range. Before starting to film the video, I had prepped my skin with the Ordinary Buffet Serum and the Ulta Beauty 24K Magic Beauty Oil because it's a stick foundation that we're gonna test out, and I want to give the foundation the best, chance to win me over. This is the Colourpop No Filter Sticks foundation. This is what the outer box looks like. It has these shimmering stripes and says #NoFilter. Then on the bottom it gives you the name of the shade. It doesn't anywhere kind of specify, you cannot tell from the box what the shade inside is. And then the actual packaging looks like a standard white Colourpop packaging with some silver lettering saying again Colourpop No Filter Sticks. On the bottom you have a sticker depicting the shade and the name. The shade I have is called Medium Dark 120W. So that's the tartane voice of the sea. Tan Sand. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I'm absolutely hating it when I look at it in the mirror. And then based on that, Colourpop recommended 120W. Okay, so keep in mind that this is called Medium Dark. Okay. This is the Colourpop foundation. I mean, I honestly don't understand how they are supposed to be the same. I like the undertone of the Colourpop foundation a little bit better, but it's so freaking light compared to the Tan Sand. Let me get the Tarte foundation off my face. Now with the first swipe, I feel like I can see that my pores are a little bit, more apparent under the foundation. So I'm gonna add the e.l.f. Poreless foundation on my face as well. I really like this primer underneath my other foundations, so hopefully this will do what we need. And let's start with the Colourpop foundation in 120W Medium Dark. Oh my god. Really makes me mad. You see how light this foundation is? I feel like I want to use a brush with this. So it blended out nice, and once it's blended out, I still feel like, look at the color of my neck. Look how white my face looks. And because I'm an idiot, I went ahead and ordered the No Filter concealer in the matching shade Medium Dark 32. Keep in mind, it's called Medium Dark. In what world is this dark? It's like lighter than the palm of my hand. I mean, do people who create foundations in these companies understand dark and light, the colors in general? Super annoyed with it. How is it medium dark? Anyways, so this is what the tube looks like. A standard tube nowadays, I would say, and standard Colourpop packaging, white one. It is great that they do the packaging and everything in-house. That helps them keep the prices low. Comes with a standard size doe foot applicator, and let's see how it works. It's a highlighter, okay? It's not a concealer. Let me use my finger first because that's what I usually do. Gonna blend it upwards. I always take my concealers in my inner corner because I have a little bit of darkness there. So it's creasing a bit on my face. As you can see, it's kind of gathering in my creases. So let's spread this out. I don't know too much about this concealer, so I need more coverage. I don't know if you can see that. Something weird happened. So I was using the sponge. It took off some of the foundation, I think. Or I never added it there. I'm gonna add a little more of the foundation there. So I darken this around this part of my face, And if I use a very light foundation over that, it makes me look super weird. And that's what my concern is when a foundation turns out so freaking light for my body. The finish though, I don't mind it. I have to say, I really don't mind the finish. The concealer is still continuing to crease on me a bit. Oh my god, it's a crease fest, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll have to ignore that for now. Let me add in some bronzer action, contour action to my face. I don't have a bronzer from Colourpop, so I'm going to add an e.l.f. contour stick and I'll be right back. So yeah, I've added the contour and I feel like the concealer is still creasing under my eyes. Look at that, like, oh my god. I feel like usually when I smooth out a concealer, I don't get this much of gathering back in the creases. But with this, it feels almost incessant. I'm going to use my e.l.f. setting powder. I absolutely love this powder for the under eye area. So hopefully after this, we will not get too much creasing. Hopefully. Let's see. It's still there. I mean, I don't get it. Is it going to continue doing that? I don't know what makes a concealer crease versus not crease. So we'll just have to wait and see. One thing I'm noticing though is when I'm pulling down on my face, usually I get like a fingerprint if the foundation has a tendency to move, and I'm not getting that today, which makes me happy. Alright, now I'm going to use a Rimmel Maxi bronzer. So I'll apply that and I'll be right back. This concealer and the foundation is so creasy. Look at that. Look at how much product is gathered. And this is after setting it. I don't get it. Christy, what I'm doing wrong? Please, please. Look at that. And even here. Look at that. Oh my god. How much freaking foundation is in there? Oh goodness. I don't know if it's the oils that I added ahead of time or what the deal is. I thought I was helping the product by adding the oils, but if the oil is just going to make the product on top slip and slide, then it's no use, right? You know what? I'm going to quickly blot my face and that might help. So let me do that with a simple paper towel. Let's see. If there is any excess of oil, it'll get blotted away that way. And then we can add a little bit more product on top. That will also help the powders that we added kind of sink in. It just does not stop freaking creasing. I'm literally gonna just wipe away my lids. This is ridiculous. Let's add a teensy bit more of the concealer right in my trouble spots. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face with the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Acid Spray. You know what? This foundation and concealer is looking horrible. Horrible. Like, it's still gathering like big time in my creases. Here, I'm getting like super crusty, patchy stuff. I'm hoping the camera picks it up. And then like, what the heck? After so much, you know, setting and it's still, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna take everything off, go do a light scrub on my face and then reapply the foundation and the concealer without the previous prep work. The foundation stick by itself doesn't feel very dry. So hold on a second. Alright, so I've taken everything off. I actually used the Pond's Cold Cream Cleanser and then scrubbed almost using a paper towel to get off any dead skin cells I might have. Then I took a cotton pad and used my Ofra Perfecting Elixir. It's a micellar cleanser. And then I went and used an Erno Laszlo soap with the makeup eraser wipe. So I think I have nothing on my face. Usually I need some hydration after this much cleansing. So I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, really tiny amount, only on spots where I feel like I need it. My face is almost dry. So let's do this again. I'm wondering if the e.l.f. primer, which has the Silicone Lip. Made the application worse, or what the deal was. My Clarisonic had run out of juice. I'm just gonna use it as a buffer brush. Let's hope that all the previous issues was because of my prep work that I did on my skin, and because my skin was probably already dehydrated. So apply it this way. Of course it is, you know, still lighter in color. I'm not liking it. Something that's going on around my chin area. Let me add a little bit more. It's like grabbing onto whatever teeny tiny dry patches I might have on my skin. I mean, I don't even see them before, and then this foundation kind of brings them forth. I don't know if it's because the color is too light for me or what the deal is. Anyways, let me hold off the concealer. Let me do the contour first. That way I can pretty much set the concealer as soon as it is, you know, on my face. So that's where I'm at after contouring. I want to use the new highlighter that I received in my mystery bag. This is the Super Shock highlighter. The packaging is something else. Okay, I think it's called Unicorn Skin in Homosexual World. So since this is a cream product, let me add that first. This is called Guilty Pleasure. It's a beautiful rose gold or peachy gold. It kind of does look almost perfect on my skin. That's the shade, by the way. It's not super shiny or glittery, but it looks like a very natural highlight, which I like. So I have just blended it with my fingers, and I like it. When I got really close, I feel like there are almost like little dots that the foundation is separating into, but at least it is not doing like the weird patchy business right now. Now let's go ahead with the concealer. So let me show you very quickly what my under eye area looks like before the concealer. Because the color is light on me, it's enhancing the texture under my eyes. But right now we're gonna set this like super freaking quick before it has had any chance to set in any lines. I'm gonna take the same e.l.f. powder on the sponge itself. I pretty much loaded the sponge up, and there is no creasing, by the way, right now. Sometimes this technique can prevent the creasing. It's already started to crease under this eye, so out, and I'm going to use the back side of the sponge to set the rest of my face as well. I feel like it's already starting to gather in the creases of my nose. I mean, sometimes it's not preventable, like some gatherings, but the quantity that I had earlier made me almost feel like it was like migrating from the sides and then getting into the creases. Okay. So hopefully that should help. Let me do the brows and then the blush, and I'll be right back. I have a few different options here. I have an ultra glossy lip, the Luxe lipstick, the ultra blotted lipstick. I think I shared the ultra blotted lipstick on my Instagram with you guys. I really like it. I like how it feels afterwards. I like the Luxe lipstick in 21 Questions. I feel like the Velvet Blur formula, I think, is a little bit better than the original Luxe lipsticks. I am in love with the Ziggy lippy stick. I have reached for it constantly ever since I got it. But the other lippy stick that I received or I ordered, I think I ordered it, I can't remember, one of the two, I am kind of disappointed in. Somehow the Ziggy one is very pigmented and, you know, it is very creamy, but this one I feel like it's almost dry. The shade is called Are You Surreal, and can you see how Ziggy is like super even, super pigmented? It applied smoothly, whereas the pink one, it like on this edge kind of just dragged and didn't cover as evenly, and it felt like it was dragging a little bit more against my skin as well when I was trying to apply it. So I don't like it. Okay, so I think I should try the ultra glossy lip today because I have not tried the formula. The shade is called Flying Horses. It's a pretty neutral pink, and it has a brush tip applicator, as you can see. Oh, it's very transparent almost. I'm not usually a gloss person, but this is not a sticky gloss, so I'm not gonna say I hate it or anything, but I feel like I need something more, but let's just leave it at that for now, and let's move on to the eyes. I have a few eye products. Okay, I have two new Super Shock shadows. This particular shade is called Milky Way. I purchased it thinking that it was more pink than purple, and I feel like it's more purple than it is pink. I used it on Valentine's Day, and I kind of need to adjust my expectations from these Super Shock shadows all the time, because I somehow expect them to look exactly like they look in the pan, and as you can see, they're more of a sheerer formula. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular color. The other shade I received in the mystery bag, this one is called Party of 5, and it kind of looks like the duochrome shades that I usually love. Even swatched on my finger, it looks like that, but on my eyes I feel like I'm missing something, so I won't be using either of those today. But I have two other products that I picked up upon recommendation by Erica from Erica Approved. I have the Through My Eyes eyeshadow palette. It is an e.l.f. Sarahi and Colourpop collaboration. And then I have a Glitterly Obsessed eyeshadow. Is it eyeshadow or is it supposed to be body glitter? It says body glitter on it, but again, Erica said that you can use them over your eyes and they are supposed to dry almost completely down. This shade is called Dream About Me. So let's start off with the palette first. This palette is so gorgeous. So I know that Christy uses the concealer as an eyeshadow primer. I am going to do that. I was going to say I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to do that. She applies quite a bit. I'm not going to go as heavy. You can see how light this guy is for me, and it's supposed to be a dark shade. I'm using the sponge so that it would take any excess off. I need to prevent any creasing. Talking about creasing, I haven't checked underneath. Let's do that. All right, so that is good. Great. Oh well, I talked too soon. Look at the creasing. This side is not as bad, and in the teeny tiny lines here, it's not bad. I have slight gathering here, which I'm okay with. I'm gonna take a brush and move that away. Here, though, like, that's freaking nonsense. That's a lot when I had set the concealer almost immediately. So let's use a brush to buff that out and move on. So this particular palette is supposed to have like many different textures in it. I think like the texture of this shadow, this one actually got broken. So I have just barely managed to press it down. And I think 1, 2, 3, and then 4. They're supposed to be this like new crumbly texture. Let's do something that I don't usually do. Let me start with Lomo. This one looks like a satin shade, but not very shimmery. It's a pinky orange. I'm gonna go in my crease with that. I don't see any shimmer over my lids, which is really, really good. These palettes are $22 each, the collaboration palettes, and you get 16 shades in here. They tend to be a little bit pricey compared to their other palettes. Let's use Misbehave, darkish deeper red color, deeper pink color, I don't know what to call it. You know what, let's get that all over the lid. So let's swatch all kind of the glittery shades. I already have this one on the back of my hand, so let's do the other 3. So as I'm picking them up, I feel like these two are a smoother texture compared to this one and this one. These two are more of the glittery top coat like textures, and then this is the Glitterly Obsessed here. Muse and Emerald Dream are more just high shine shimmers, and they're not necessarily glittery, and they seem pretty opaque. And then there are 2 other shimmers, Nocturne and Lucido. Lucido is beautiful. It's like a duochrome almost, you can say. And this is the Nocturne. Nocturne I feel like doesn't have as high a shine, but these 3 are beautiful. Now Canela looks like a matte with some glitter in it. It is a shadow that the glitter almost never translates to the lids. In a wink, looks like it has a satin finish to it. When swatched, I don't see much of that satin texture come through. Lomo is definitely satin. That's what I have in my crease, but I guess once applied with a brush, I don't see any shine, which I like. And then Wild Soul, Sandalwood, Euphoric, Nostalgia is a nice dusty rose, you can say. Moody, Misbehave, and Divina. They're all pure mattes. So you get 4 different textures in here. Let's try the Glitterly Obsessed. Has that jelly like texture to it, and then pretty large size glitter in it. It retails for $8. I think I have just found a dupe for this in Target for $6. I will be sharing it with you guys. Let's see how that goes. So this is supposed to almost dry down transfer proof, and I'm very excited about that. It's applying very beautifully. This has like a duochrome. It's shifting from golden to almost like reddish color. There's also some green, I think. Okay, let me take a brush and see if that would clean up. Now for the lower lash line, can you guess what I'm gonna go with? I'm so predictable. This is the new brush. It's from Bugashis that I received from Ipsy recently. I haven't shared my Ipsy bags in, a hot minute. So I'm going to use, of course, Emerald Dream on my lower lash line. This brush is gorgeous. So soft and so thin. Clean that brush and pick up Euphoric and go underneath that blue. Then I'm going to take Misbehave and blend that into Euphoric towards the outer edge. And then to give my lash line a little bit more definition, I'm taking Divina on that same brush, and you can see almost tight lining my lashes. Let's clean that brush up and take Lucido on the corner. I'm gonna go in my inner corner. Whoa, this is some high shine pigment. It's beautiful. Clean brush and kind of blend the edges. I'm not going to do a liner today. I don't have a liner from Colourpop, and I'm not good with liner in general, so it's a win-win. Let's go with the Colourpop Mascara. I have a full review on this mascara with a nice multi-day wear test. If you want to know why I had to do a multi-day wear test, it's linked in the description box below. Alright, so the mascara is on. I feel like with this eye makeup, I need a more intense lipstick. Before that, look at this. I have never had a foundation do this. Like, it's creasing there. Like, what the heck? Like, seriously. I'm gonna use the 21 Questions Luxe lipstick. I have used this before and I definitely like it. It's more orangey than I remember. I'm gonna add some Ziggy on my outer corners. Is this a collab shade? I don't know. If it is, whoever created it has my respect. So the makeup is done. I realized that I haven't set my face, and since I want to do a wear test, even though I'm kind of unsure how I feel about this foundation, or rather I'm kind of sure that I hate this foundation and concealer. Like, look at that. Seriously, this one not as much, but still there is product, and I feel like even here, oh my god, this looks so gross. I hate this one. Oh my god, it's not just that it's there, the color is so off for me. I'm like, even here, like, what the heck? But my smile lines are so much improved with the micro needling. I'm impressed. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly set my face with this Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. The sprayer on this is really, really good. Got it upon recommendation from Emily Noel. Alright, let me zoom you guys out and then we'll talk more. So I wanted to really, really try the foundation and concealers. So if you go on the website, they have 2 options. The first one says match by brand. The second one says find my shade. So if you say find my brand, then they only have brands that have other stick foundations. But if this is the first stick foundation I'm picking up, you should allow me to find my shade based on, liquid foundations that I have in my collection. So first of all, this is ridiculous. Then the actual list is really limited. There's like ABH, Bobbi Brown, Hourglass, Lancome, Maybelline, Makeup Forever, and Tarte Clay Stick. So they're basically only 2 drugstore options, which is Maybelline Superstay. I thought I saw one more. No, everything else is high-end I had tried, luckily, the Clay Stick foundation. However, I don't like Tarte shade range. I feel like they should give like Maybelline Fit Me foundation as a guideline for you to match, because they have a large shade range. But anyway, if I select the Tarte Clay Stick foundation, and then if I select Tan Sand, the shade that they recommend is 120W, and that's what I purchased. This is the Tan Sand from Tarte, and this is the Colourpop shade. Can you see the Colourpop shade is still lighter than what Tan Sand is? The Tan Sand is on top, and in terms of texture, the Tarte foundation stick is really creamy, and the Colourpop foundation is a lot more matte. Matte shades in general tend to look even lighter on your skin, so I don't think their tool is working well. That is kind of a major fail in my opinion. The good thing about this foundation is that they have released 30 shades in it. It retails for only $10. Colourpop ships their products for free for $30 orders. So all that is going for them, but they don't do exchanges. So I feel like their online shade matching tool needs to be near perfect, if not perfect. And when I contacted them, the only thing that they said was that we don't do exchanges and we will let our team know. Again, I have the Tarte foundation on top and then Colourpop on the bottom blended out. I am almost upset with the concealer, you can say. I think it worked out fine as an eyeshadow primer, at least as of now. I'm absolutely loving the Glitterly Obsessed. I'm obsessed with the Glitterly Obsessed things. There is nowhere else on my body that I can think of putting it, unless I was doing like a mermaidy makeup, you know, where I could put it on my forehead and cheeks and look crazy for Halloween. I don't know where else I would put it on my body, but I guess if you're a young kid, you could probably do it. But I am absolutely loving it on my lids. It's not that easy to apply, I should say. Next time I will use like a flat brush or a silicone applicator. Do you guys remember I had done a full video on the Silicone Glitter Applicator? If you haven't checked it out, I will try to link it in the description as well. The mascara, as I said, I have a whole video on it. I'm absolutely loving this eye look that I have created using the e.l.f. Sarahi collab through my eyes. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours, and I'll give you my final thoughts on these products. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, it's like 12 plus hours now. It took me much longer to get here today. Overall, I feel like the foundation does not look bad, except for the fact that I have the wrong shade. So I do feel like Colourpop really needs to fix their color selection tool. Let me zoom you guys in. The funny thing is that I'm kind of noticing some oil on my forehead, and I have a really dry skin. It has been extremely cold outside, so it's not like, you know, I've been hot and sweaty. I've just been sitting home editing, doing some little projects here and there, nothing exhausting. So I honestly do not understand the oiliness. Again, I have a little bit of flaking under my eyes from the mascara. Remember the mascara review? I did not get any flaking during, you know, the following days in that video, but here I definitely have it. The concealer just would not stop creasing on me. It has again, you know, settled in my creases, and I feel like it is kind of failing to conceal the dark areas here. I don't know if it again has to do with the wrong shade. The eye products are amazing. I mean, all the matte shadows are still there. The little shimmer that I applied on my lower lash line is still there. All the glitter is there. There's no additional glitter fallout. If I rub my fingers on my lids, not vigorously, you know, I'm not of course like rubbing my eyes. If I kind of run my fingers on my lids, there's almost nothing. I have some matte shadow that's coming off, which is pretty normal. So that was the wear test for the Colourpop, what is it called? Some Sticks foundation. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up. I have recorded a whole vlog of my day today. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. It would be the video before this video. Alright, thank you again for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.